Big visions require bold moves.
Fortune favors the bold.
We're able to solve mental wellness in a way that has never been seen before in the world.
There's one thing we're really excited about now, the future.
We have the best leadership in the world.
Are we bold enough to lead with love?
A vision that entails a better world, a better quality of life, and a purpose-driven mindset.
There is so much in loving others. We have to carry this energy, and we bring mental wellness to the entire world.
Sorry. Okay. Let me board the chat on the screen. Hello, hello. I'm muted. Thank God. I feel like I'm going to hell for this for sure. I don't know if she is going to... What's up, Sonia? What's up, Denise? Hey, Sky. We gotta figure out if y'all can hear it. We just got off another Zoom call from Young Living. This is a perfect transition because all these people on this call are ex-Young Living reps. Oh my God. Sorry, I'm still finishing my dinner. She's muted, so we're not going to be able to tell if we can hear or not. Are these, like, fun to do, or should I just, like, record these and do them later? I went into the Young Living one, and I saw I was the only participant, so I guess it already ended. I'm sorry, Jess. I'm already in the speaking to... Hopefully there's 66 people on this call.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Did y'all just hear?
All right, just getting everyone situated on. Dr. Sean just texted me. He said he's coming.
Can y'all hear that? Blink, blink.
So we're going to get everything situated. We'll be so ready for him when he pops in. Let me make some co-hosts here. And I'm curious, as you guys jump in, where are you tuning in from? Drop it in the chat.
Oh, no, you're good.
Also, can I just say, like, how excited are we to have Dr. Sean tonight?
I feel bad.
So excited.
I feel bad.
Something special we don't get.
What's up?
Just anywhere, right? Very special to have his time and expertise.
I guess we should make them bigger.
In here and
not me, them. What's up, Carly?
Like this, just amazing.
Okay, I just got to make sure.
Places in the world that people pouring in. Okay, as you guys are jumping in,
there's 112 people, 114.
With our Happy New Year challenge going on right now, what are some things that you're noticing? So how are you feeling since January 1st to now? Let's chat about it. Like what things have you noticed? What are you enjoying about the challenge? Maybe how did you do with Reboot? Drop some things in the chat. And let's do a mid-month check-in.
Her audio is a little squirrely.
I'm feeling like just full of energy today. doing the reboot was a little rough on me. I was sick at the same time. So
I'm having the
but we
best
got
bowel
through it.
movements. Sorry,
But now
not
I
sorry.
feel just tons of energy and just so refreshed from it. Excited and energetic. Chill. I'm having the best PMs. Ah. Hey, I mean, this is a kind of group, right? The gut health group. What else? Feeling great, lots of energy. Body feels calm, mind feels light. That's awesome. Sleeping so much
These
better,
are happy
steady
juice
energy,
people.
less irritability, and tons of focus. And you still need to do the reboot. Yeah, girl, can you even imagine after you do that? It's gonna be amazing.
Oh, these are the happy juice Amare
So
people.
good.
All of these top leaders on this team
Okay,
came from
I
Young
asked
Living.
Dr. Sean to let me know when he gets on that we don't miss him on here, but let me just check and make sure he's not on here. Sean, are you on here? Nope, not quite. Okay, well, while we're waiting for Dr. Sean, let's go over just a couple of things. So first of all, he's going to do an awesome overview of especially the things we're talking about during our
Her
Happy
hair is
New You
incredible.
challenge. So a little bit of a focus on weight loss, focus on mental wellness, the science behind how we do those health topics here at this company and the way that the products work. And then also going over the triangle of health because that's our new product.
This is live.
Month. And so we all have access to that right away.
This is going on right now.
Your accounts, I'm sure we'll make an announcement too, but somewhere around the 19th, it's set for the 19th this week anyway, the full merge of Kyani into Amare happens. And that means that we're going to get access to all the other products too. So I know a lot of you are excited to try their collagen and just some different things. Our family loves their electro sticks. They're the electrolyte sticks that you can add to your water. We live in Utah and it's dry. It's easy to get dehydrated here. Well, no matter where you live, who here can raise their hand and feel like you drink enough water? Not me. Oh, if you did, yay, you guys are on it. I struggle with making sure I remember to get it all in. I drink a ton of happy juice all day, but not just straight water. So the electro sticks are awesome. You can add them to your water. It helps to hydrate you even faster.
This is the self-proclaimed mental wellness company, and they claim that they can improve your mental health, which is, I don't know how they can make that claim.
Didn't know yet. Amare itself is launching a brand new product beginning of February. So get ready. I think you guys are going to be very excited, especially doing the challenge that you're doing right now with Happy New You. It's going to go right off of that. It's going to be perfect. So I'm very excited for that. The company that is merging into Amare, so it was acquired. So it's not really a merger. It's Amare purchased Kyani, is Kyani. The company is Kyani. So if you want to see all the products coming to our website, you could just go to Kyani's website and start looking at them.
I'll just
and
go
there's
over
a
there
lot
right
more
now.
information over there too about each product line. But then you can get a look at what you have access
Kyani.
to. Some of them, we may not be keeping all of them. It just depends. And Dr. Sean may touch on that. I'm not sure. But some are going through a little bit of a reformulation and kind of targeting more into the mental wellness aspect with them as well.
Oh, God.
Amare purchased Kyani to allow us to be a fully global company. So this will put Amare into 53 countries. So if you know somebody in Australia or the UK or Germany or wherever, we're going to be there. So if you go to Kyani's website and look at the countries that Kyani is currently in, that's where we will also be. It's just a process of getting our products approved by that government. And so it could take still a whole nother year. So you just have to be patient. It'll be a process as we tick off all the companies and the approvals, or the countries and the approvals. But that is the
210 people on the call.
know that that's a reason why we have these products now. It was to gain access to all these countries, and the Kyani family is very excited to be at Amare and to represent mental wellness. They're super pumped. So we're glad.
They bought the company to get access to other countries. What the hell?
What would he explain as the natural flavors
Hey,
of our
Janet.
products? I have a customer experience in supplements, and the only thing holding her back is a big. Okay, we definitely have an answer for that.
What the hell?
Jill's answer was perfect. So I'm going to read it out loud so you guys can hear it. But in the Amare Builder, we have the list of what they are. Just search natural and it pops up. The Builder app is the free app that we have access to. If you go into our team page, there's a graphic in there with the natural ingredients that they use. So if you search natural ingredients, that'll probably pop up in our team page as well, in the customer page.
229 now.
Somebody's asking me privately if we're going to have a Q&A. So we're intending to have a Q&A. It just depends on how long he teaches. And, you know, we could just keep him all night long, couldn't we? So just to respect his time.
Hey, Amanda, I'm on now. So whenever you're ready for me.
We're ready.
The doctor is calling from his car.
I was almost in my car for this.
Yeah, thanks for bearing with me. I was in Boston all day filming some stuff for Amare, and I wasn't going to get home in time. So I was just like, all right, I'll just get to my car and we'll do it from there.
You're totally fine. Do you have any slides or anything you need me to pull up or no?
No. I thought I would just talk
I thought I would just talk because I don't have slides for you. God dang it.
these really cool stocking hats, but you can see the Amare logo right here.
Ah, super nice. I'm glad your head is warm.
Yeah.
Lean back a little bit.
Well, we're super excited that you're here. People have so many questions. So honestly, we could do a whole hour of Q&A without any slides.
Yes, I think.
But let me hang on. Let me mute. There we go. So we'll get started right away. I'm going to hit record. And thank you so much for coming, Dr. Sean.
Yeah. My pleasure.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Well, you guys, it is my honor and pleasure to introduce to you Dr. Sean Talbot. He's the Chief Science Officer at Amare and the product formulator of all of our products. He's a biochemist, has so many letters behind his name. However, my favorite thing that I love and admire about Dr. Sean is his personality. I just love how happy you always are, Dr. Sean.
Well, it's the products. It's definitely the products.
I think it's also natural for you, but he just is such a pleasure to be around, and I just enjoy any.
I guess I'm not a pleasure to be around,
Dr. Sean. So thank you so much, first of all, for your kindness and your willingness to always pour into so many people, but especially this group here. So to give you a background, this group inside of this call right now,
and me,
as well as thousands of others, are going through a happy new you challenge is what we call
Joanna,
it.
mute yourself.
They're doing happy hormones. We're doing happy juice with it and some other products added in. And people are starting to experiment and order the Triangle of Health. So
Awesome.
They would love to hear maybe an overview of how we do weight loss at the Mental Wellness Company and how we do mental wellness. And
how we do weight loss at the Mental Wellness Company. Wow.
you have time, we could maybe just do a lot of questions and then
I would love to do that. So I actually apologize. I had a slide set that I was gonna go through, and we're gonna talk about happy juice, or we're gonna talk about happy hormones pack, or we're gonna talk about how we're doing metabolism very differently here at Amare. But I was actually in Boston all day today filming videos about all of those things. We have a new product coming out in just a couple of weeks. We're going to launch it at the Leadership Summit in New Orleans, and so we're filming a lot of the videos for that. And then while they had me, it was the lab coat videos, So we did the new product, we did happy juice, we did. What else did we do? We did a whole bunch of different things, and it ran a little bit long. So
Yay!
You guys get me on my cell phone in my car before I drive back to Plymouth, Mass. So,
well, we can't wait for those lab coat videos. Thank you.
So one of the things I think will make a lot of sense to people is that, and we capture this on the video. There's a lot to talk about with each individual product, So when we did the Happy Juice video, for example,
when I turn him down, does that turn him down for y'all as well? I'm trying to figure out my sound right now.
Behind so Edge, Energy Plus, Mentobiotics, right? And Mentobiotics has specific strains of bacteria, specific prebiotic fibers, specific plant extracts. And the guy who's filming it, Ryan, he goes, that's a lot, on each individual product. And then you put them together.
Okay, thank you.
And he asked me the question on camera. He says, well, how do people put this all together? And I said, that's the great thing, is that they don't have to put it all together. If they want to put it all together and know all the nuances of Mentobiotics and all the strains and Edge and, the 3 different nootropics and how they work in different parts of the brain and all that kind of stuff, that's awesome. That's what these videos are going to do. But the sort of moral of the story is that if we follow the science on all those ingredients and we use proven ingredients and we make sure they're pure and we make sure
better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John.
We can just put them into the products, and people don't have to understand it if they don't want to. They just have to try it. And once they try it, they'll feel it. And that's why we can do the money back guarantee that we do. And we can say, here's Happy Juice. It's going to help you feel better. And that feel better might be in a variety of different ways. For some people, honestly, guys, like a lot of people just come in on happy juice because they just feel kind of blah, or they want to feel a little bit more energy, or they want to lose their brain fog or whatever. And what they end up finding is not only did we solve that problem, but we solved other problems that they didn't even know that they had, because they weren't thinking about it. They weren't thinking about like, oh, I need to do something with my mood. Oh, I need to do something with my resilience. Oh, I need to do something with my, you fill in the blank there, because they didn't even realize that that was a problem.
This is going to fix your resilience? It's going to fix problems you never knew you had? What the hell? Where is the ethics in this shit?
Sometimes that's a gut thing and a gut brain axis thing that we can solve with happy juice. Sometimes we want to be a little bit more targeted, and we want to use something like Happy Hormones Pack, where we can say, hey, this whole weight loss thing,
Tish, I can't wait till you rip into this
problem,
call.
right? Some of you probably heard me say that before. It's a signaling problem. It's not so much only about calories in, calories out. It's about the fact that some of these hormones that signal hunger in your body are coming from your gut. So if we know that, and we already know a lot about the microbiome, why can't we give you specific nutrients and specific strains of bacteria to change those signals? So now you have more of the satiety hormones, hunger hormones, so that, or anti-hunger hormones, I guess, so that you feel more full, and more of the signals so you feel less like stress eating, and more.
You know, even after being out of my network marketing company for 10 months now, I'm reading some of these testimonials in the chat, and I guess I'm still susceptible. I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I should try it. And I'm not going to. It's just, I'm still like, the desperation of like wanting answers for stuff. It's still there, you know?
The compounds that we want, and less of the compounds that we don't want. So, you know, we can, you know, go to whatever level that you guys want to, and I'm happy to answer specific questions. But like, one of the really, really cool things about
264 people on the call.
But because it's a very much a feel kind of a product, people don't have to understand the science if they don't want to. They don't even have to care about the science, because the science is there at a level that enables them to have that experience, so to speak. So, Amanda, if you want to ask me any specific questions, or you want to look in the chat, or however you want to handle it, I'm happy to answer whatever questions you guys might have.
Yeah, so we can definitely go straight into questions if you guys want to.
She is irritated that he is not prepared for this call.
We even have some guests listening right now. So how does Happy Juice work? That sort of thing. Why the microbiome? You know, I love the example you always give of the mice, but just kind of an overview. So if somebody is brand new, they're like, what am I learning?
A friend of mine had an anxiety attack later in the day after drinking Happy Juice. What could have caused that?
Everything that we do comes back to this promise of mental wellness in one way or another. So, you know, I say this very often. For some people, mental wellness means that they need to have their stress lowered, and we have products that do that. For other people, they don't want their stress to be lowered. They want their resilience to be raised so that they can handle more stress. For other people, mental wellness means that they have brain fog and they want that gone. For other people, it means that they can't relax at night, and so we need to help calm them down so they can get a good night's sleep. For other people, there's all these ways that we can measure.
How do the products help or align with diabetes, type 1 and type 2? Don't take them.
Confusion, which is kind of like brain fog. We can measure energy levels. We can measure overall mood. We can measure a collection of those mood states called vigor, which is the opposite state of burnout.
Let me see if I can get the chat bigger for y'all. Hold on.
Mental
Pause.
acuity, emotional well-being, all wrapped up into the same one. So there's all kinds of ways that we can improve how you feel. What Happy Juice is a coordinated way of doing that. So we say very often to people that how you feel is not just in your head, it's also in your gut. It's so much so that we refer to the gut as the second brain, because that's the source of maybe 90% of our body's serotonin is made in the gut. And serotonin is sort of the neurotransmitter of being happy or sad. So if we can get your gut to make more serotonin naturally, you're going to be happier. If we can get your gut to make more dopamine, 70% of your dopamine is made in your gut. If we can make sure that those dopamine levels are up, that's going to improve your motivation. If we can make sure your gut is making enough GABA, which is the body's primary relaxing neurotransmitter, that can be a buffer against whatever stresses that you're facing
make
in
it
the
bigger.
day. So, we are mental wellness, but the way that we're doing mental wellness is going to the root cause, which is some sort of an imbalance in your gut. And so when we talk about the microbiome a lot, the bacteria in your gut, and we talk about the gut-brain axis a lot, which is how those bacteria send the signals from the gut across the axis, which is the signaling mechanism, your immune system, your nervous system, your circulatory system, etc., up to your brain. So gut-brain axis is a whole system that Happy Juice is working on. So when you take Happy Juice,
for kids with ADHD, do you recommend just Kids Mood Plus or the whole kids pack? Holy shit. Can someone on blood pressure medication take Happy Juice with their meds? What can help with lowering blood pressure?
Help with motivation. Energy, which will help with this, will help with energy, but not just energy. It'll help with 3 different kinds of energy.
Oh my God.
Physical energy, mental energy or mental focus, and mental awareness, which is sort of like well-being and being able to connect with whatever it is that you're working on. So like any one of those is going to help you feel better, but when you put them together, you feel better in a very coordinated.
Can someone on antidepressants take Happy Juice and Hormone Pack?
They're doing the Happy Hormones bundle with it. And we had a great question. How does GBX Fit work? And so for someone who asked that, you can go search those videos in your Builder app as well. But how would you explain a quick overview of the Happy Hormones Pack?
Yeah, so Happy Hormones Pack works on metabolic hormones, stress hormones, and reproductive hormones. So reproductive hormones is the Ignite product. That's gender hormones, right? So it's estrogen, primarily estrogen in women, but also progesterone and testosterone. Primarily testosterone in men, but also estrogen and progesterone. So those 3 hormones, men and women have just in different ratios. And so Ignite, if you're taking Ignite for her or Ignite for him, it's helping to balance those hormones. And so, that's going to give you all sorts of benefits around energy levels and sex drive and mood benefits. But if your hormones are not in balance, you're not going to feel good, right? You might be irritable. You might be having, if you're postmenopausal, you might be having hot flashes. If you're premenopausal, you might be having difficult periods.
I stay bloated with GBX Fit. I take digestive, I take fiber and superfood and Happy Juice. I stopped it and started to see a bloat, and it did it again. The first time I was on it 2 months and the bloat was huge. Dr. Sean, any suggestions?
Hormones. So adaptogenic just means that they're going to help you achieve a balance point. So that's one of the products in Happy.
People are giving prescriptive advice in this chat,
which works on stress hormones. So it works on primary stress hormone cortisol. It works on the hormone that's counter-regulatory or balancing.
I think
to
Val
cortisol,
is in the chat.
DHEA, which is a precursor to testosterone. It works on.
Val said, "What do we recommend for non-binary people on hormones?"
Mood Plus is one of several products in our product line that has what are called phased benefits, meaning it'll work almost immediately when you take it within the first hour. And so you'll feel.
Can someone who has a recent diagnosis of prostate cancer, stage 0, take Ignite Plus for him?
In different ways. So you'll feel more better and more better and more better in the subsequent weeks that you take it, because it's working on all those stress hormones. And then the final product in there, GBX Fit, which is one of our top selling single products because it helps with weight loss. The signals that it's working on are appetite signals, blood sugar control signals, gut integrity signals to make sure you don't have a leaky gut. And all of those, if they're out of balance,
for sure,
can lead you to feel hungry all the time, can lead you to feel specifically that you want sweets all the time.
Oh, that's awesome.
And can also lead to, issues with energy levels and brain fog and things like that. So what we're doing with the Happy Hormones Pack is addressing each of those signaling. And, we call it Happy Hormones. Only some of the signals are true hormones. Some of the signals are neurotransmitters. Some of the signals are these signaling molecules called cytokines. But if we think of mood, mental wellness, as an overall body system where some of those signals are gut signals, some of those signals are brain signals, some of those signals are sort of body signals like stress hormones and blood sugar and thyroid hormones and things like that. If we think of that as a system and we can modulate all of that system naturally, that's why we can give somebody a pack and they can use it for a couple of weeks and they can go, oh my gosh, I feel as good as I've ever felt in my entire life.
You
we
can't
hear
make
that kind of
claim.
stuff all the time.
Awesome. Okay, so with that, now lots of questions.
Been taking a night with her with HJ for 6 months. I'm in the middle of menopause, was down to 1 hot flash a day. Last month was having increase in hot flashes. Suggestion to decrease hot flashes again.
Experience maybe constipation or feeling bloated or backed up. Some may experience the other,
Yep.
right? Things are moving too fast. And I always tell people gut microbiome, we're all so different. So I can't tell you, you could drink a glass of water and have a different result than me. So how would you explain that about basically what's happening in their body so they
Talk
can
to your
work through
doctor.
that?
Yeah. So the most common thing that people experience is whenever we change something, and so here we're talking about the new thing is that we've delivered a new supplement regimen. We even see this when we change people from diets. If we take somebody off the worst diet you can imagine, standard American diet, lots of processed foods, lots of hamburgers, lots of sodas, lots of garbage, and we put them on the healthiest diet in the world, the Mediterranean diet, even that dietary switch,
The Mediterranean diet is not the healthiest diet in the world.
Are going to feel amazing the next day. And they don't. A good percentage of those people, maybe 10%, maybe 20% of people, will actually feel worse for a period of time as their body is adjusting to that change. And so the gut is really, really sensitive to something new. And so whether it's a new supplement regimen, whether it's a new dietary regimen, whether it's a new workout regimen, whether it's a new sleep hygiene regimen, anytime we change something, the body sometimes can react, and specifically we're talking about the gut here, by speeding up, that's diarrhea, or by slowing down, that's constipation. What ends up happening, and I've studied this so many times over my career, changing diets, changing supplement regimens, etc., we almost never take measurements in our research studies in those intervening 2 weeks from baseline, from time point 0 where we make the change. We'll make a measurement there, a baseline measurement, but we don't want to take another measurement until 2 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks, depending on the intervention, because we know that.
Could digestive cause someone to throw up? There's a lot of questions about products working in a negative way in this chat.
And so as your body is adjusting to whatever that newness is, the more you're able to stay consistent with whatever plan you actually want to stay on, the faster you're going to adapt to it. So sometimes people will make a change, start taking a new supplement pack, and they'll get one of these, like, they feel a little bit worse. They're a little bit constipated. They get a low-grade headache. They feel a little bit achy.
Yes, happy juice triggers my acid reflux.
Like that. Oh, of course you don't like that. That's your body adjusting to this newness. If you would stick with it, your body would adapt faster and you'd come out the other side feeling a lot better. But we see it all the time in our research studies. People who do lifestyle research like I do, like, we understand it, we expect it. But if you don't expect it,
wow,
it can be very disconcerting. You're like, hey, Amanda told me this is going to make me feel better, and I don't feel better. I feel worse.
A G-rated flip off,
That's
sir.
exactly what's happening. Your body is just adjusting to this state of newness.
Love that. And I'm not sure if you mentioned this or not, so tell me if you did, because I had a lot of messages coming through questions. But someone asked, can you explain when would you use Ignite for him if you are a female? Like, at what point do you know when to try that or how to integrate it?
Yeah, so I like women to start off with the hers. Don't just go right to the him because you've heard somebody else has used it with success. The him product can be very effective at giving female bodies just a little bit of a bump in for testosterone levels. That can be really, really important because women have about 10 times lower testosterone than men have. And if your testosterone drops even just a little bit, you're going to start getting the side effects of it. So, which is, you're going to be fatigued, you're going to be maybe a little bit emotional, you're going to be gaining weight around the midsection.
I don't know why I highlighted my own comment.
Losing muscle mass, bone mass, all that kind of stuff. But how do you know when it's right for you to maybe
I'll look it up and read it to you, Chelsea.
On the him product. I like women to go through at least a full bottle of her. Ideally, you would go through a full cycle, a full menstrual cycle. But sometimes you don't know when you're starting it. So you might have to go through 2 bottles because you might start the first bottle halfway through a cycle and you want to go through 2 full, or go through a whole entire cycle. So it might be more than just 1 bottle. But if you've done that and you still feel a little bit low in energy, you still feel like a little, like your sex drive isn't where you want it to be, you might have a little bit of brain fog, maybe try
I'm gonna put
going on him
my
for a
screen.
week.
Oh no, I'm not.
And so, like, the sweet spot for
Hold
a
on.
lot of women, what I'm hearing back from the field
Where's
is
Ignite?
3 weeks on her, 1 week on him. 3 weeks on her, 1 week on him. And I think as we learn more about how women are
Okay,
using
this is Ignite. This is what he's talking about. Why you'll love it. Helps maintain healthy hormone balance, supports healthy sexual arousal, desire, vitality, supports healthy blood flow, helps stabilize mood, supports overall reproductive health. What is it? Clinically validated adaptogens, herbs, and phytonutrients to support sexual wellness. For her, shatavari, wild green oat, fenugreek, beetroot, and lemon balm. For him, cordyceps mushrooms, rhodiola, beetroot, and tomcat all. How it works: adaptogens support hormone balance, herbs support sexual desire, phytonutrients support blood flow. Combining these powerful ingredients delivers a holistic, safe, and effective way to support sexual wellness from the inside out. And then there's an asterisk, but you have to go all the way to the bottom, and the print is very small that says these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration, and this product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, even though that's what they're doing in this chat.
play around with it a little bit and see what works best for you.
Awesome. Okay, lots of questions coming in about specific diseases. So just to kind of remind everyone, if the product isn't registered for the disease, we just not to put you in awkward space there, Dr. Sean, for prescribing, since you're not everyone's doctor. I'll kind of give a general view of the questions, but a lot of questions about blood sugar.
He's a doctor.
Basically. So instead of mentioning the diseases, how could this affect or maybe help someone whose body is not regulating blood sugars?
Yeah, so a lot of our ingredients are very good blood sugar regulators. So we know that we have blood sugar regulation with antibiotics. We know we have it very powerfully with Edge. We know we have it very powerfully with GBX Fit. And so blood sugar regulation is something where, usually we're saying that we're lowering blood sugar, but we're actually not really doing that. So let me kind of frame this for you guys. Whenever we're talking about a disease state, a lot of times people are like, what product for X disease? What product for Y disease? What product
Sorry,
for
I'm muting
Z
him
disease?
again. Off topic, but hello. I've recently purchased some products and have a concern before starting anything. In 2018, I started Zoloft for anxiety and within 2 days ended up getting serotonin syndrome. It was very severe and extremely scary. I am on nothing today and my anxiety is much better. However, many days I have brain fog, am tired a lot, and sometimes get overly emotional with occasional anger outbursts. Was told Amare can help with stuff like that. I have some concerns with starting the Happy Juice as I read it does increase serotonin. Are there any reports of serotonin syndrome with Amare products, or is it possible that can happen?
Which do the same thing, but primarily in the brain. So Edge has lychee fruit in it, which is a potent blood sugar controller. Mentobiotics has a couple of ingredients, a couple of polyphenols in there that are very good blood sugar controllers. What else do we have in our line that might be good? Mood Plus, because it is helping to lower cortisol and lower inflammatory cytokines, it's not directly controlling your blood sugar, but it's controlling or rebalancing some things that can interfere with blood sugar. So you're basically controlling the monkey wrenches that are causing blood sugar to go out of whack. So
Val said, just double checking, we do have studies on Ignite for people who menstruate, right?
You could get it with this new product that we're launching in a couple of weeks. But it's really about restoring normal balance, because what we don't want to do is take the pharmaceutical approach and artificially try to drive.
I have some people go off their antidepressants, and that is a long-term goal for me. What do I need to do to kick that habit? I don't want to be in big pharma's pockets. What?
Okay, other questions coming on about weight loss a little bit. So basically, if someone is doing Happy Juice and Happy Hormones,
okay, Janet, do what you want, do what you need to for your mental health.
Stomach or the weight that they're hoping for. What are some additional tips they might be able to implement?
Yeah, so just stick with what you're doing, right? That happens a lot. Like, having done dozens of weight loss trials in my career, one of the things that we'll see is people start to kind of feel the differences before they see them manifest on the scale.
What the
So clothes will
hell?
start to fit differently. Waistbands will start to fit better. You won't feel so tight in your clothes. You won't feel so puffy and inflamed and bloated and things like that.
I've had several members actually get angry with Mood Plus. Any insight?
Pounds on the scale. And one of the reasons for that is that what's actually happening in your body is the fat is going away, but the muscle is staying. And in some cases, the fat is going away and the muscle is increasing. So I would take any day of the week, I would take a loss of 1 pound of fat and a gain of 1 pound of muscle. The net on that is that I lost 0 pounds on the scale, but now I feel better. Now my metabolism is better. Now my physical performance is better. I haven't seen any change at all on the scale, but my clothes fit better. My silhouette would be better. So like you'll look better, you'll feel better, you'll perform better because of those changes. You might not just see the stereotypical that someone wants to be able to say, oh, I lost 5 pounds. I don't really care about the pounds. I want to make sure all that other stuff is going in the right direction.
Perfect. Okay, a few things coming on about ADHD kids. Oh my gosh, we love all your videos about this type of thing. But kids with ADHD.
There's tons of negative questions coming in, and she's not reading one of them.
Well, I like the whole kids pack because like you can look at specific products like Kids Mood Plus, and like we have, there's data out there that, this is one of the things that's hard for us to talk about because the research, especially on the saffron extract that we use, the specific exact saffron extract that we use in Kids Mood Plus has been shown to be equivalent to methylphenidate, right? Which is the same synthetic that's in Ritalin and Adderall and, that class of stimulant based.
You cannot say that a product that an ingredient in your supplement and make those claims that you're going to be able to take that instead of a prescription over-the-counter drug. You literally are not allowed to say that.
Mood helps with focus. Kids mood helps with energy levels. Kids mood helps with behavior. Kids mood helps with focus and mood and all that kind of stuff. So the reason for that is that the regulations around what we're allowed to say about dietary supplements, even if it's true, even if there's data to show this ingredient is equal to Ritalin, we actually can't say that for our products. And so we have to be really careful and follow the law and talk about it the right way. So if I'm being interviewed on TV, I can point to the research and I can say, hey, a new study came out showing this, but we can't necessarily use that same study to market our product. So we have to do it the right way.
You're not doing it the right way now.
Look, my kid's on the borderline. I'm considering medicating them. Should I medicate them or not? And I feel like it's up.
Saffron acts like Ritalin. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
And not have a meltdown and not have a blow up and be able to sit in class and pay attention better. If there were a natural herb that could do that, would you be interested? And I think 100% of the parents would say, yes, please. I'd like to learn more about that. Right. So you have to be careful about how we present these kinds of things.
Doctor.
Like I don't want people going out there saying kids mood ADHD, because that can get, everybody across the line. Same kind of thing when we look at kids fundamentals. 2 of the fibers, prebiotic fibers that are used in
can't
kids
even say it in a private
have been studied
meeting. You're
in
right.
children with autism, showing better behavior, less irritability, less stomach problems. But we don't want to go out and talk about kids fundamentals and autism, even though the data exists for the specific fibers that are in there. One of the other ingredients that you'll find in Kids Vita GBX and in Kids Fundamentals, a pine bark extract that we use, is used in Australia, New Zealand for kids who have focus issues. Another ingredient that we have in Kids Fundamentals, an amino acid called theanine, is used in Japan and other parts of Asia for the same focus benefits, right? So, there's the research, and that's why we choose the ingredients and we put them in the product so people can get those benefits.
I did not think this was going to be bad, and it's awful.
We talk about it. So just what Amanda was saying earlier, we don't want to talk about diseases. And what I explained, we want to try to reframe that disease and say, oh, ADHD, it sounds like you need some help focusing. So let me talk to you about some ways we can improve your focus. So you guys get the idea, right? We don't want to talk about depression. We don't want to talk about ADHD. We don't want to talk about autism.
What is he
We don't
quoting
want to talk
for?
about any
Those
of
are
those
real
disease states. We want to
things.
talk about the other side of it, which is what are the benefits I can expect from these products? And so Kids Vita GBX is going to help with focus in certain ways. Kids Fundamentals is going to help with resilience in certain ways. Kids Mood Plus is going to help with mood and engagement in certain ways. So let's talk about those positive attributes. And that's, I think, what parents want for their kids.
Wow, get out of here.
Awesome. Okay, questions about bloating with GBX Fit. If they're already doing fiber, superfood, happy juice, stopped, got back on, still same thing after 2 months, what are your suggestions?
Yeah, it might be at that point, they might be experiencing leaky gut. So leaky gut
doesn't have any data to support it, in my opinion, but maybe there's new stuff out there.
You might have some permeability in your gut that is leading to some inflammation. And so even when you deliver something healthy to the gut, it's almost like the way I describe it is think about the inside lining of your gut as if it were the outside lining of your skin. And let's assume that you got some irritation to your skin, like a sunburn, for example. That's the same kind of thing that's going on at the level of your gut if you have a little bit of leaky gut going.
Could drinking happy juice make a urine issue in a male? They said it even burned.
As soon as you put it on there the first couple of times, it might be like, ouch. There might be a little bit of a reaction there where it's an uncomfortable effect. That's what's happening at the level of the gut. And so if someone has done all the things that you just described,
get out of here. Are you
they've gone off,
freaking kidding
they've
me?
gone back on, they've changed their diet, they're drinking a lot of water, they're doing all the things. I would tell them to back off for a couple of days and eat some of the food.
Val said, I have heartburn, acid reflux, and don't want to take happy juice if that's something that might happen. Would other products counteract that?
Lining is what's going to be the protective layer
Kelly.
against the actual tissue
This
of your
dude
gut.
is a
So
doctor.
have them for a couple of days. Make sure they're eating oatmeal and
yeah,
asparagus.
Okay, that's good to
and
know, Avery.
Apples and bananas.
I think it's
and
overdone,
black
especially
beans
when they're selling
are
a
all
product.
Really, really good sources of the kind of fiber that's going to grow
Thanks,
that mucus
Fizz.
lining. Well, if they do that for a couple of days, now they have enough of a protective barrier where now they can go back on the regimen and they're protected and they're not going to get that irritation and those side effects. So it'd be something where they need to back off a little bit, do a little bit of reparative with their nutrition, and then once they've had that rebuilding effect, then they can go back to the regimen. I think they'd get better results.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. A few questions coming in about thyroid support. So if somebody does have Hashimoto's and they can't handle yeast products and Mentasync caused heartburn for them, a different option besides Mentasync, and then just overall thyroid support.
Yeah, so one of the best things for thyroid support is to lower cortisol levels. So cortisol, stress hormone, can interfere with thyroid hormone. So one of the very, very best sort of combinations that people can do who have thyroid issues is a combination of our Mood Plus product to lower cortisol levels, and then Vita GBX, our multivitamin product, to give you the nutrients that can support thyroid metabolism. So there's two things going on. Maybe your thyroid gland is not making the right kinds of thyroid. So the thyroid gland will make a form of thyroid called
Yeah, they're
T4.
targeting everybody, Kelly.
It has to be deiodinated. You have to take off one of the iodines to make T3, which is the active form of thyroid. If you don't have the right nutrients on board, you're not able to make the production of T4 or the conversion to T3. So that'd be the first piece of it. Vita GBX will solve that problem. But then the other piece of it is maybe you have plenty of T3 coming along, but it's being blocked from reaching its receptor sites because it's being blocked by cortisol. It could also
Sorry, I'm listening to what he's saying and I'm trying to follow it.
Cortisol and lower inflammation. Now thyroid works better. So it isn't.
My working knowledge of how cells work is not super strong to be able to tell if he's saying what he's saying correctly.
Try.
Awesome. What about elevated estrogen that causes migraines? Would Ignite help to lower those?
Yeah, it would. That's a really good question. Remember what I said before?
You cannot
about
make those
a modulating
claims.
effect, that adaptogenic effect. The ingredients in Ignite will help to modulate the estrogen levels. So in that product, you've got one ingredient called Shatavari, which has.
So the things these people talk about, leaky gut, gut-brain axis, etc., do have some studies out there and validity sometimes, but these guys trying to sell a product to people, so don't trust it. Yeah, and also like some of the studies that they're reading, I'm wondering if the conclusions they're drawing and the conclusions they seem to draw always support their positioning and their product's point, and I don't think that can be the case in every situation for sure. Sorry.
Or PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Those are all situations where you might be overexposed to estrogen.
Yeah,
so
that's
how
fine
can
for me,
one
Fizz.
plant, Shatavari, have a pro-estrogen effect if you're low and actually have an anti-estrogen effect if you're high? It's because those phytoestrogens will get into the estrogen receptor, and if you're low, they'll have a weak estrogenic effect. But if you're high estrogen, they get into the estrogen receptor and they have a blocking effect. That's the cool thing about these plant extracts, is that they can have a true modulating effect to help you no matter what side of the scale you're on. We see the same thing for cortisol. We see the same thing for neurotransmitters. We see the same thing for inflammation. That's the beauty of these these plant
I'm trying
compounds.
to
Awesome. Okay, how about GBX Fit? If somebody wanted to take more, or is there a weight guide? For instance, someone who is 300 pounds or more, should they be taking more than 2 a day? Or could they?
Not necessarily. I don't think anybody needs to take more than 2 a day. I think you can make a case for taking 2 instead of 1. I think most people will start off with 2 because, we all want, all the benefits as quick as possible, right? So I think a lot of people will start with 2 to sort of jumpstart their benefits. But I think a lot of people, after they see some progress in their weight loss journey, I think most people are going to dial it back down to 1 and just get along there. But there's no reason to think that if you're...
So encapresis, someone asked in the chat, curious as if anyone has a child with encapresis who has experience with these products. And encapresis is also known as fecal soiling. It occurs when a child, usually over the age of 4, has a bowel movement and soils their pants. This behavior is often linked to constipation. So they're asking big medical questions of a supplement company.
That isn't the thing that solves it for you. Maybe it needs to be a broader solution, right? Maybe if those, those 4 ingredients that are in that product, the quad biotic, if that's not doing it for you, you might need additional blood sugar control. That's edge. You might need additional energy.
Love it, Elizabeth. What kind of cake?
Resilience. You might need additional gut integrity. So we have products that we can cobble on there so people can customize whatever regimen is going to be the right one for them.
Yes. Okay. Questions about prostate. If there's prostate issues, prostate removal for some, I'm just summarizing questions here, or someone recently diagnosed with prostate cancer, would Ignite be a smart choice still?
It would be a really smart choice because of that modulating effect.
Oh my God.
Again, so I explained about modulating estrogen levels if you're high or low. Same thing happens.
Talk to your doctor. The answer should be, if you're adding any supplements to your daily routine, regardless of if you have health issues, but if you have big health issues like cancer, you should talk to your doctor. Not this doctor, your doctor.
Prostate enlargement or something like that, right?
This dude is an MD.
So you're not going to get that. It's not good news if you're a bodybuilder and you think that this is going to boost your testosterone levels above normal. It doesn't work that way. The way that it works is it helps your body release the testosterone that you've already made. So it frees up your bioactive, bioavailable testosterone that your body can actually use. So that's always going to be a good thing. It's going to be good for your mood. It's going to be good for your waistline. It's going to be good for your sex drive.
Can Mentahart be taken if on heart medication? The answer should be, please talk to your doctor. What the hell?
Yep. Very cool. Even our 12-year-old son, he's been taking it. It's been helping him go as he goes through all the changes of being a teen. And it's amazing how much calm. It just calms all his emotions.
Wow.
Yeah, exactly. My kids are 20. My daughter's 24. My son is 21. And they both take the respective his or hers because they're still in the phase where their bodies are still rapidly changing, and periods and breakouts and all that kind of stuff. And this helps them to modulate and go through in a much more balanced fashion.
What about products for men that maybe have erectile dysfunction or are just starting with the issue? Is the Ignite Him help with this?
Yeah, I would say that's unusual. Heartburn. I mean, anytime we change something, right? Like I said, the gut can speed up or slow down, which is sort of the lower part of your
I don't know
gastrointestinal
how
tract.
this is ethical.
The upper part of
I
your
don't know.
gastrointestinal tract, the stomach, can have some of those same sorts of things. So
That's
if you're having
awesome.
heartburn, one of the things I would suggest is try taking digestive. Not right when you take Happy Juice, but take digestive along with your largest meal. I take digestive every night before I go to bed, and I swear to God, you guys, I have not had significant heartburn since we started Amare, right? And I used to have really, really bad heartburn. I can still give myself heartburn if I were to eat a half a pepperoni pizza and a big glass of red wine or something like that. I don't do that very often, but I could do that on occasion. But I haven't had heartburn since I really can remember, and that's because of the
he's
digestive.
not. I do not believe
Partly
him for
because of the
1
digestive enzymes,
second.
partly because of the herbs that we have in there that are motility enhancers. They help the food get out of the stomach where the heartburn is happening into the small intestine for digestion, absorption, and eventually into the large intestine where the microbiome lives. So digestive can be a really good solution for that. The other thing they can try.
I have people on blood meds that want to try the products but nervous. What? Trisha, tell your people to talk to their doctor.
So you've got 3 really, really potent products
I
all
don't
together in the
know.
same glass. It might just be too much nutrition that their body's not used to right away. And as their body adapts to it,
We can look it up.
they'll be able to,
We'll look up
come
his
back and use
license
it
right
as,
now.
as they want to later on. But you might want to have them start using it with a little bit of food on board.
Perfect. Great questions about people who may be on medications now for their mood, such as depression, anxiety medications. First of all, safe to take the products with it. Second, are they going to experience the full benefits because of the strength of their medications? Will they even know what's doing what?
Yeah, that's a really good question. One of the problems, and
I'm
one of the
looking it up
problems
right
with
now. Or
mood
if someone else
stabilizer
can.
kinds of drugs in the first place is that they will sort of squish your moods.
He's in
So
Massachusetts,
you don't have
so we're
as
doing it
low
right now.
lows, which is the reason that you're taking them, but you also don't have as high highs. And so one of the reasons that in our clinical trials that we do, when we're looking at mood state, we sometimes screen out people who are using antidepressants, anti-anxieties, mood stabilizers, all that kind of stuff, because they can't feel the change. We can measure certain things, but they're not feeling the change necessarily. So what we tell people who are on those kinds of medications is that, yes, you can take our products along with, but you should have a plan for somewhere down the road, a couple of weeks down the road, a couple of months down the road, to go to your prescriber and say, look, I started this regimen. I think it might be working for me. Is it possible for us to work on changing my medication cocktail, right? So, sometimes people are on just one drug, and that's really easy to wean down on, what's called step down therapy. But if you're on 2 or 3 or 4 things, you have to work with your prescriber to figure out, should I stop this one? Or can we lower the dose of this one? Or which is the right one to start with?
We're going to report right after this call.
What's my unique situation? So we see this all the time, but it's not something we want people to try to do on their own, sort of willy-nilly. But there's a lot of evidence for us to be able to do that. Once your body is working better, and once your microbiome is able to produce the compounds naturally that you need to feel the way you want to feel, you might not need as much of that medication regimen. And we see it for not just antidepressants, anti-anxieties, mood stabilizers. We see it for blood pressure medications. We see it for blood sugar medications. We see it across the board. If your body gets in better balance and you have lower stress hormones and you have lower inflammatory
submit a complaint against a physician. Got it.
All the things going in the right direction.
We're going to see if he's
your body's
registered
working better. And so you don't need as much pharmaceutical help, so to speak, to keep you in a balanced place.
Perfect. Okay, we're nearing the end of your time. I know that I want to respect your time. There's like 100+ questions. I'm going to summarize. So literally, I see 99+ on my screen right now. Okay, so a big one though, someone who is practically addicted to energy drinks. They're using it to manage their ADHD, really seeking help. Husband's on 4 to 5 energy drinks a day. What would be a good way to help him wean down off of that with our products?
What's his name?
Yeah, wean down is the key way to do it.
He's not licensed in Massachusetts.
4 energy drinks a day.
Hold on.
Try to have them do 3 energy drinks a day and a serving of energy, or a serving of edge, or even better, happy juice, because happy juice is going to improve the resilience as well. Have them do that for
It's
a couple
Talbot,
of days, and then try to go down to
TALBOTC.
2 energy drinks and a serving
He's
of
not
happy
licensed
juice,
in
and then eventually go down
Massachusetts.
to 1 energy drink and a serving of happy juice. So weaning down is the way to go, because if they try to stop cold turkey off of 4 energy drinks a day, they're going to get withdrawals. You're going to get caffeine withdrawals. You're going to get sugar withdrawals. Even if it's a sugar-free one, you're going to get sweetness withdrawals, and that's going to be really, really uncomfortable. So have them go sort of step by step by step, and they'll come out the other
His
side and they'll
audio
go,
is
oh my gosh,
crunchy.
I don't even miss those drinks anymore, and I don't ever want to go back on them because they actually made me feel kind of crappy and I didn't realize it.
Where is his
Yeah, and
license
you guys, I have a
number?
friend of mine, he's in our upline actually, who was addicted to energy drinks as well, 700 milligrams a day, was able to get off of them by doing Reboot and literally just weaned himself off. So now he just does happy juice. So there's options. Okay, especially people who have very sensitive stomachs already, like struggling with maybe like diarrhea, different things like that. Would Reboot be too strong for them? And or what should you start someone on if their stomach is already a mess?
Yeah, if someone has gastrointestinal issues that they really need to try to get a handle on, I actually like to start them on fundamentals
Michigan
versus happy juice, or have them start on happy juice, but make sure they add Mentos.
No, it's not Michigan.
And the reason for that is Mentos Sync has very specific ingredients in it that help to tighten up the part of the gut that we refer to as the tight junctions, and increase the production of those mucus linings that we talked about a few minutes ago.
Amare.
That can be really, really effective in getting their gut to be more tolerant of all the other things.
I'm trying to find his number. I can't find it.
So, whether you go fundamentals and then add on things like edge and energy, or you go happy juice and add on something like Mentos Sync, that's always a good way to do it. And then you can encourage them to eat more of the mucus built.
This dude is not an MD. Hold on.
Things like that. Oatmeal.
Yeah. So if
oh my God, he's not an MD.
Drinking it, would the answer then be, well, this is why, right? Because of the mucus line. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Wow.
All
Here we go,
right.
guys.
Lots of women saying, wait, what about the menopausal women? Because you said
there you
take
go.
Ignite for 2 cycles. What about the rest of them?
Yeah, so
he's not an MD. He has a PhD, CNS, LDN, FACSM, FAIS, FACM.
A postmenopausal woman who isn't producing estrogen from her ovaries is going to still be producing it from the adrenal glands.
I'm an idiot. He's not an MD.
Estrogen.
Don't call yourself.
Gut can actually.
I know you can, but just
estrogen.
It's frustrating.
And reconvert. So estrogen that's been.
Wow,
that's been
no wonder
he's
not a medical doctor.
Your gut microbiome can reactivate it. So taking Ignite can help to balance all of that. So
what the hell?
Postmenopausal women are getting
He's not an MD. He's a freaking PhD.
Lower hot flashes, less frequent hot flashes, less night sweats. It's not going to.
The problem is he comes across as an MD, and no PhD person that I know refers to themselves as doctor. And maybe that's just the circle I run in. My sister-in-law has a PhD. She doesn't. I think her students might call her doctor, but she doesn't say, hi, I'm Dr. So-and-so. She doesn't do it.
Start and then add on at Ignite, or start with an Ignite pack and add on the products that are in Happy Juice. You can help them figure out what's the best way to do that.
I assumed he was an MD.
Sometimes it's hormones, sometimes it's neurotransmitters. So why not address both of those issues?
I'm going to read his bio after we're done.
Right, for sure. Okay, serotonin syndrome. Is that something that we worry about?
Wasn't Amanda Cooper the person who got booted from Young Living because of her vid protocol?
Ingredients can be.
Oh my gosh,
they're
Jessica.
Not as powerful as pharmaceuticals. So serotonin syndrome, or like an overexposure to serotonin, is something that can happen when
Jessica said, is it true you got sued by the FTC?
With this other antidepressant, and you get serotonin syndrome. You don't generally see that even if you take an antidepressant and add a mood balancing herb. The herbs just aren't as potent as those synthetic chemicals. And so it's not something that's usually on the radar. But I'll go back to what I said before. If you are on
looking for its PhD right now,
add a natural therapy, you need to have a plan, because as you start feeling better and better and better, you're going to want to talk to your prescriber to get down to the lowest dose possible of whatever that synthetic is, because because why not, right? Why not take the lowest dose of a chemical that you
PhD in
can
nutritional
to keep you
biochemistry.
feeling as optimal as you can.
Yeah. Okay. Questions about iron levels? Any idea on that?
Yeah, the only product we have.
Jessica, say that your friend was in Amanda Cooper's downline in her last company. What's the best way for them to reach out to her?
Be able to build up iron levels if you needed it.
Oh,
but
heck
not
yeah,
so
do
much
it,
that would
Fizz.
get people into an overdose. Like most men don't need to supplement.
Anything in my chat, you can send a
Most postmenopause
contacts chat.
need to supplement with a lot of iron, but it's still an essential nutrient that your body does need to build red blood cells and help with muscle metabolism and things like that. So
Jesse Lee, he's a PhD with a lot of other letters behind his name. It doesn't mean he's a freaking medical doctor and he shouldn't be diagnosing people.
what we have in Vita GBX, but we
Get
can
outta
improve
here.
their iron absorption by taking Vita
What
GBX,
kind of doctor
which has
are you?
iron and vitamin C, but
It's
also
not-
making sure that they have.
It's not anything big. It's a PhD in in nutritional biochemistry. He has a BS in sports medicine and fitness management, a BA, a master's degree in exercise science. That's nothing. I'm not trying to be mean. And a wide range of entrepreneurship studies at MIT. Get out of here.
A little bit of
Get
hesitation
outta
with
here.
during pregnancy is mood plus, and the only reason for that is that the four
He
main
does. I'm not saying he's a quack. He's talking like he's a medical doctor though. And I wouldn't say that, like, he's not even a registered dietitian. So he got his PhD in nutritional biochemistry. But that doesn't mean that he can tell people what to eat.
just put that to the side. Wait
I
until
think
the baby's
Amanda Cooper.
delivered.
Hold on one
Mom
second,
and baby
Jess.
are healthy, because we have another product that is super safe for improving mood, and that's kids' mood. So pregnant women take kids' mood, help them be all nice and happy through their pregnancy, and then after they deliver, if they feel
Amanda
like they need
Cooper's
something,
website's still
more
up from
potent,
Young Living
then Mood Plus. And I
Oils.
think post-pregnancy, for that postpartum period, I think a beautiful combination to make sure mom doesn't have any of those baby blues is Mood Plus along with Mentobiotics. And the reason for that is that the Mentobiotics is going to help her get her microbiome bouncing back to a normal level. And during postpartum, sometimes it's stress hormones, sometimes it's neurotransmitters, sometimes it's microbiome signals. And if we can modulate all of that with a combination of Mentobiotics and Mood Plus,
MTHFR
or
gene is a
Happy
real
Juice and
thing.
Mood Plus, that's going to really help mom make sure she's in the right mental state.
Perfect.
Amanda's
all right.
getting pissed.
What about mental heart? If you're on heart medications, that's a great one. I'm just trying to
Yeah,
pull out
no,
the one.
yeah, it shouldn't be a problem at all, except for the fact that Mental Heart can lower cholesterol levels. Mental Heart can lower.
He is more
blood
in the
pressure.
research of everything.
And so
and
if you're on heart medications that are having
correct,
those kinds
Harper,
of effects, like you're
but
on a
he
statin,
has been giving he's been giving prescriptive like answers all throughout this call, and I think that that's an issue. He is in his car.
is naturally.
Just say like that your friend was in Amanda's downline in her last multi-level marketing company, and what's the best way for her to reach out to join Amare.
Itself more naturally in a place of balance, you probably don't need as much of that medication, and that's a discussion you need to have with your doctor.
Yep. Agree,
Totally.
Harper.
This is a great question. At what point, 60, 90, 120 days, should someone with metabolic disorders or on pharmaceuticals go back for blood tests to see if there's adjustment needed?
I would be happy with his answers if he had said, look, this is what I understand with my degree in nutritional biochemistry. I understand how these ingredients, or I understand how cells work in this level, how food can impact it, and talk to your doctor about this supplement and this supplement. I would be okay with that answer.
Amount of time, within 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, we're seeing substantial, meaningful changes in blood sugar levels, in stress hormones, in
Andy,
microbiome
maybe keep
levels,
your comments to
in
yourself.
inflammatory
The rest of us
indexes,
like what he
in,
has to
like, all the
say.
biochemistry is changing in the right
Wow.
direction. 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks. And as a result of that, all
Wow.
the psychological parameters are changing in the right direction. Energy levels and stress levels and focus levels and all that kind of stuff. So you can't really
Jessica,
separate
ask
those two
if
things. So there's
Jessica, ask if someone shouldn't we be telling people to ask their doctors if it's safe to take a supplement?
let's solidify it and make sure we're measuring the
they booted you?
so we know
Damn.
what is the underlying mechanism. So people can do it either way. If you want to go get your measurements, I would almost guarantee that you're going to start to see those substantial changes 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then on into the future.
How do they boot you though?
Awesome. Wow, you guys, lots of double questions. So if you feel like your question didn't get answered, it's because I've tried to summarize it all down. Okay.
So Amanda, let me suggest something to your team here. So I've been part of a
OV got
platform
booted
called
also.
Any Question, where people can go. It's sort of like an in-person
Oh,
Google,
maybe he is a
where what they're
dietitian.
trying to do
Good
is
point,
build
Chelsea.
a database
Thank you.
of experts that are answering questions. So instead of going to Google and saying,
What's an
"Hey
L?
Google, what's the
Okay.
answer to this?" You can go to Any Question and you can post your question.
Good
and then a real
correction.
live
Thank you,
expert
Chelsea.
will answer that question live, and the questions are 60 seconds,
What is
90
an
seconds, sort of,
LDN?
in that range. They just opened up their platform to be completely free. So people could go and download the app, Any Question, and answer a question or ask a question directly to me.
That's
It'll
good to
pop
know.
up in my
I mean,
inbox,
at least he is that.
and I can answer it on video.
And I will I will correct what I say when it's wrong. So that was he does have a dietitian education. But that's for
in your little library.
Perfect. And you guys, if you don't follow him on Instagram yet, go do it. Because Dr. Sean answers so many awesome questions on there. So amazing. Okay, thank you. I think we hit a lot of the main ones, and we've had you for an entire hour, which we're super grateful for. So Dr.
My
Sean,
pleasure.
thank you so much. We all can't
It's
wait
always
for this
great to see you guys. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you next time. Bye,
Okay,
guys.
thanks, Dr. Sean. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to follow up on the hold on. Okay.
Thank you all for coming tonight, you guys. I just wanted to thank you once more, coming from me to all of you. I know you all had tons more questions. We just wanted to respect his time. Hopefully, that was a good overview of the main ones. If there's anything in particular right now that we maybe missed, drop it right now. We'll try to come in as one of us leaders. That way we could let him get home. The question app was called, what did Dr. Sean say it was called again? Any Question. I think it was called Any Question.
Great.
I'm just checking the chat. Yes, he's amazing.
Okay. I just messaged it.
You would discourage all breastfeeding. I think he answered that about breastfeeding. Just the Mood Plus they just aren't studied for pregnancy. So pregnancy, breastfeeding, kind of similar thing, right? Those herbs weren't studied for. However, I know my own sisters take it and they breastfeed. So lots of even different midwives
Chelsea.
recommend those herbs to breastfeeding mothers. So it's totally up to you. It's just that there aren't actual scientific studies done on breastfeeding or pregnant women. So, some of those herbs could decrease milk supply. We haven't heard of it. I personally haven't heard of anyone being affected, but
Google.
Always do what you feel is best. So best way to binge watch Dr. Sean, go to his YouTube channel. He has tons of stuff on there. Lots of people saying they take Mood Plus and a nurse. Oh, someone just said it boosted their milk supply.
Yep. Okay.
Amazing.
Fizz, I'm adding another link.
Someone posted his
This is
Instagram.
Amanda Cooper.
Thank you, Renee. It's
Fizz, send
right
this
there in the
to
chat.
Clown
If
Town
anyone
if you
wants to
can.
see it, you can also search on Instagram. It should pop right up. All right, you guys. Well, hopefully this call was helpful to you, and we will see you next week. Be watching for the new product launch coming very soon. All right, you guys. Have a great night. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.
She's pissed. Oh my God, she's so mad. Okay, here's the thing. So Amanda Cooper, the woman leading that call, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the live chat while I'm talking, which is probably a bad idea. Let me raise it up. She was the one who got booted from Young Living for her COVID protocol. She was a platinum with Young Living. So let me share the screen. Remove. And yes, Chelsea, thank you so much for clarifying that he does have a dietitian certification. This is from Truth in Advertising. Kira, I think, was the one who, I don't know if Kira found it, but she did some work on this too. So did Savannah. Our wellness journey, our recovery from COVID with YL Platinum, Amanda Cooper. The blog has been taken down and the video has been made private, meaning it can still be shared privately. Our original article follows. And this was about all of the information that they found. And I think Savannah might have done a video on it. And I think Kira has at least had the video at one point. And let me show you this too. This is Amanda. Oh man. Okay. Edit. Remove source. I'm trying to fix it. Remove source. Add. This is her Young Living website that's still up. And I don't know if she kept it up or if Young Living kept it up to pick up all the people who are still trying to sign up with Amanda Cooper. I just find it odd that she did not take this down. And I wonder if she still keeps it up for SEO purposes. And oh man, that's not going to work. I wonder if she keeps it up for SEO purposes so that she can still get people into Amare. Oh, is it lagging? Hold on. I hope it's not lagging. I'm closing out all of my deals. Oh no. Just came from Clowntown's live. Hello, Shadow. It's not lagging for you. Okay. Yeah, so I find that super interesting. I also find, let's see. This is our buddy Sean Talbot. So just to be, oh man. Okay. Copy. Paste. There we go. So this is Amare Global, and I'm going to zoom in because to get the text bigger for everybody. I want to get it right, and I got it wrong earlier. So he is a PhD, a CNS, an LDN, a FACSM, an FAIS, and FACN. Dr. Sean Talbot is responsible for Amare's research, development, and product formulation. Dr. Sean leads all aspects of the development of new product formulations and specifications, as well as clinical and experimental research, product claim substantiation, and technical support. His unique ability to explain complex terminology in simple terms helps people understand the science behind new and existing products. His 20-plus years of experience developing nutritional products that have generated more than $1 billion in sales has led him to finding his true passion at Amare, using his skills and experience to help people feel better through improved mental wellness and psychological vigor, mental acuity, physical energy, and total performance. Dr. Sean Talbot received dual bachelor's degrees in sports medicine, a bachelor's of science, and fitness management, a bachelor's of, what does a BA stand for? I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. What does BA stand for? Bachelor of Fine Arts? A Bachelor of Arts degree from Marietta College, a master's degree in exercise science from the University of Massachusetts, and a PhD in nutritional biochemistry from Rutgers University. He is also a diplomate diplomat of the International Olympic Committee's IOC Sports Nutrition Program, and has completed a wide range of entrepreneurship studies at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. I don't know how that's relevant, but we're here. And has completed, including the Entrepreneurial Master's Program, EMP, the Entrepreneurship Development Program, EDP, and Advanced Certificate for Executives, ACE, in Management, Innovation, and Technology. He has served as a nutrition educator for elite-level athletes in a variety of sports. As an athlete himself, Dr. Sean has completed at the national and international level in rowing, cycle, and triathlons. He is a fellow of the American College of Nutrition, ACN, the American College of Sports Medicine, ACSM, and the American Institute of Stress, AIS. Dr. Sean's recent educational projects include 2 academic textbooks, an award-winning documentary film, and several best-selling books that have been translated into multiple languages. His work to educate people about nutrition and health has been featured on the Dr. Oz Show, the TED Stage, and the White House. What? Hey, he's appeared on Dr. Oz, so he's trustworthy, right? Let me just look up what all of these are for. Google. I mean, I want to be accurate. I don't want to just say something and then... Look, he's the number one that comes up first. Holy crap. Sean Talbot, Food for Thought, Nutritional Psychology, and the Role of Nutritional in Mental Wellness. Oh, this is a PowerPoint slide. I'm downloading it. I want my sister-in-law to look at this. I don't... Here's the link. Yeah, and I a CNS, a certified nutrition specialist. Oh, thank you, Chelsea. I was trying to look up his Wow. Oh my God. I'm looking at something right now because this is pulling up all of these links. Elevate, feeling your best. Mona V, Chief Science and Innovation Officer. Isn't Mona V an MLM? Mona V is a defunct American multi-level marketing company that manufactured and distributed products made from blended fruit juice, concentrates, powders, and purees. The company was the subject of several Okay, we're going to read this. What the flippity flop? I'm already downloading these. Mona V is a defunct American multi-level marketing company that manufactured and distributed products made from blended juice, fruit concentrates, powders, and purees. The company was the subject of several controversies. Health claims for its products had not been successfully confirmed or approved by regulatory authorities. And its chairman had been previously involved in false health claims concerning another beverage company. According to Forbes, Mona V's business plan resembled a pyramid scheme. In 2015, the company defaulted on a U.S. $182 million loan and went into foreclosure. Florida-based Junice Global took over Mona V's assets when it purchased the note for $15 million. I'm looking for... I'm assuming fellow is like fellowship. I'm not sure if that helps. So Dr. Stephen Hassan is a fellow at, I think, Harvard Medical School. Let me just double check. Dr. Stephen Hassan. I think he's a fellow. But you can be a fellow at like a school and be part of kind of like a not a think tank, but something similar where you're doing research and things like that. Here, like a Fellowship of the Ring, similar. Academic fellow. In modern academic usage, I'm just dumb. Academic fellows or CMs are assistant associate and professors whose research. So they're doing research too. An academic fellowship is a scholarship, form of financial aid or award given by charity, foundation, government, or company. But I thought it was more of like a fellow is a concept whose meaning depends on context in learned or professional societies. It refers to a privileged member who is specially elected in recognition of their work and achievements. So similar? Yeah. I think it's like the highest tier of membership. Yep. Well, I think we've got more to focus on. And again, there's people in Amare who follow on my Instagram because I was an ex Young Living person. And I thought I didn't, from what they've done on their channels, like I had issues with how they were talking about the financial aspect of it and everything like that, but I did not think that the call was going to be that bad or the questions. People are looking for answers, and sometimes people don't get the answers that they need from the doctor, meaning they have to keep going and get someone to actually listen to them and do the testing, or sometimes different health problems take lots of testing. And it sometimes is, if you find a practitioner who is going to be a good advocate for you, it's learning how to be a good advocate for yourself. Sometimes it's trying to be able to get access to healthcare. Sometimes there's lots of things that go into it. So there's sometimes a situation where you feel desperate, where you're looking for answers and you're willing to go anywhere to find those answers. But all the people in the chat were saying, I'm on high blood pressure. I'm on anxiety pills. I'm on depressive antidepressants. My kid has ADHD. My kid has autism. My kid, milk supply, pregnancy. Are these supplements? And I feel like the answer should have been umbrella statement. We really like these products and we've seen them help a lot of people. However, we always recommend that whatever you add to your daily routine, you talk to your doctor first if you have access to medical care. Please talk to your doctor. They're the person that is trained to best advocate for your health. You know? It's common in higher education, I think. I think you're correct, Avery. It's hard to find empathy for trained, educated, licensed professionals who are filling the gaps of their product with their own, their letters behind their name. So a physician's assistant, a nurse practitioner, a doctor, a PhD or whatever. And when I got the link for this call, Tish sent it, but I also got a link from someone on their team. And they said, Dr. Sean's going to be talking to us tonight. They didn't say Sean Talbot, PhD, is going to be talking to us tonight. They said doctor. And a lot of times, people, obviously I was one of those people, assume, you have a medical doctor on staff who is going to be speaking tonight. And to come to find out, and not to degrade people who got their PhD, it's a lot of work. I'm saying they cannot diagnose. Maybe, but aren't psychiatrists MDs as well? Hold on. I get nervous on stream, and so I forget things. Psychiatrist is an MD, I think. A psychiatrist is a medical doctor who specializes in the mental health field. So I think that I can safely say that most people, if you're talking about the mental health field and you say, oh, Dr. So-and-so is going to be speaking to us, I think medical doctor. And I think that it is disingenuous to say, sorry, the dogs are barking. I think it's disingenuous to make him appear like a medical doctor when he's not. Y'all, no, we're fine. You're okay. Ex-cows and my mom's dogs are here, and they're being anxious. I'm going to end the live because I want to go take care of them, and psychiatrists are MDs or CNPs. PhD is a post-higher diploma in further study. And it does cost a lot. It costs a lot of time. There's a lot of research that goes in. You have to go before a board and defend your dissertation. It's a lot of work. So thank y'all for joining the stream. I'm going to go take care of my dogs, and I will see you on the next live stream. If you haven't already liked the stream, I love a pity like. If you hated the stream, you can just, you don't have to thumbs down it, but if you want to, if it makes you feel better, do what you'd like to do. If you'd like to see more multi-level marketing, Zoom snoops, and live reaction, and I think that eventually I'm going to try to do pre-uploaded content, you should follow my channel. And I will catch you on the next live stream. Bye!